um, yeah, I don't know what's going on with me. So today it is March 28th, and we have I think 27 days left until the DSEs. Um, I don't know what happened to me. I am I am so fragile of a person. It's I don't know, man. I'm going to be honest here. I'm not going to try to hide myself and pretend to be emotionally unfazed, pretend to be chill because I am the opposite of chill, okay? I am very emotional. I um my feelings are very dramatic, and I yesterday I had a conversation with Natalie, of course. Uh 90% of the time when I say like I'm sad and I I'm friggin' ashamed of myself. It's related to Natalie. It's somehow indirectly related to Natalie, like 90% of the time. You can tell that Natalie, this one girl, is bringing so much, just so much misery to my life. But I enjoy being her friend, and um, yeah. So uh, yesterday there were these challenges. Actually, a couple days ago, there were these challenges, and people on Instagram, they're bored, everybody's quarantined, okay, and we began. There's this chain challenge where somebody posts a picture of them as a kid, an embarrassing childhood photo, and then they tag like three friends and tell those friends to post a photo of themselves when they are a kid. So Natalie did the challenge. Fucking challenge. I mean, what's so challenging about it? Am I right? But I'm a human being too. I want to be a part of the game. I want to be a part of the fun. I want to, guys. I'm not that insecure. Here's a photo of me when I was a child. So I played the challenge, and I also tagged some other people, and I was both hoping Mary to see it and both hoping Mary would not see it because that was a cringy ass photo. Me back then, I was like I don't know, I was like a fucking idiot. I looked like one. But I also want Mary to see it because like Mary would be like, oh, so I'm in the game too, I'm in the game too. Mary did play the challenge, Linda too. So shout out to them both. Um, uh, Anyways, this I digress. This isn't what really happened. So there are all these challenges going on, and someone on the internet was like, actually, this one girl who I also know because she's such an extrovert, everybody knows her. She started a police brutality challenge where we post a picture of police brutality and tag 10 people. So the challenge sort of went around. Jeffrey nominated Cedric nominated me. I posted it, and then the entire Instagram is just filled with it. And I don't know why, but it appears that everybody who's playing this police brutality challenge is also somehow branched from Cedric. So everything is from Cedric, which is kind of funny. So Natalie did that too for some reason, which is weird because Natalie is very politically neutral. And she likes to value both sides and look at the protester side and then look at the police side as well. That I respect a lot, even though I'm very much on the protester side. But um, I don't mind people taking a neutral stance. I also don't mind people taking the police side, like, my parents. But I never really tell them my political opinions because I am an obedient child. Um. Anyways, I digress. Natalie did the challenge for some reason because it's not really all that political. It's just a political flavored little Instagram chain challenge and nothing all that detrimental. And so her boyfriend, Grant, was pissed. He was like, whoa, wait a second. You're getting political all of a sudden, even though Natalie has been extremely political for the past lifetime, and except she isn't too outspoken on the Hong Kong politics, but she's very outspoken on American politics. Like every time Donald Trump acts dumb, Natalie would just be super pissed, and you know, I get that. I feel her, um, and she's a Bernie supporter too, so I salute her. Um, and Tyrus is too, and Tyrus is a friggin' intellectual. So obviously, if you're watching this and you can vote, make the right choice. Anyways, I digress once again. Uh, so Natalie and Grant argued. Natalie was so pissed. She deleted her main account, or at least disabled it, so that Grant wouldn't be able to speak to her. And so uh, Grant was like, he DM'd me because there was like an Instagram story on Natalie's secret account. Grant saw it but can't say anything about it apparently. And so Grant asked me, yo, do you know what's the secret word? What is the secret word? Because apparently there's an Instagram post of a screenshot of Natalie's phone, her watching a YouTube video, and then there's this little word in white that's overlaid on top of a black text. And it's very hard to see. And I'm like, I tried to look at it and I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's the secret word. So you know what? I straight up asked Natalie, the person behind the code. And she said it was nothing. It was just an accident, it really means nothing. And I get that, I believe her. But Grant wouldn't. Grant is overthinking, like, oh my gosh, what's the word? What's the word? So I tried to decode it, even though I know that it leads to nowhere, but I'm still curious. If it leads to nowhere, where is it gonna lead to? It's like your friend is the guy who created the code, yet you still try to crack the code, even though you already know the answer, but you're still trying to crack it for fun. So I tried to crack it, and apparently it was a repost from an old Instagram story. So it's like memories, December 4th, 2019. So I checked the screenshot and I was like, actually, it's the word memories. And then Grant was like, oh my gosh, it's memories? What happened on December 4th? What happened? You write diary, right? Check what happened. And I was like, okay, even though I know it means jack bullshit. So I checked the diary and it was like, oh, I failed a physics test on that day. And Grant was like, oh my gosh, you failed a physics test? What's the test about? And I told him, look, I don't think it's related to school at all. It's just an accidental thing. The word memories show up whenever you try to repost an old Instagram story or anything. And he's like, damn, wasted 3 hours on this. And Natalie was like, ha ha ha, he's overthinking. And then me and Natalie continued to chat all the way from 3 a.m. to around 4:30 a.m. And now this is where the problem starts to rise. For me, anyways. Once a fucking again. And so I and Natalie were just speaking, I guess. And then somehow the conversation topic went from the art of overthinking to self-harm. And Natalie started talking about, whenever I cut my wrists, I would try to do 3 to 5 solid cuts, quality over quantity. And because I was comparing her wristlets with Pink's wristlets, and I said, oh yeah, Pink has a lot of wristlets, all over the arms and stuff. And Natalie's like, no, my slits are better because, quality over quantity. She didn't say my slits are better. I'm making this up. No, but she did say quality over quantity when it comes to self harm. And she took a photo of her wrist, and I was like, oh, not bad. You're recovering. That's a good thing. I don't encourage people to cut themselves. I don't think it's a good idea. And then she said, let the knife do the work. And then she said, Keith, let the dick do the work. And so the conversation violently, like 180-degree neck crack, okay, violently shifted from cutting your wrist to sex. And then we talked about sex for a long time. And hey, I'm talking about sex with an opposite gender. Haha. This is where the problem begins, because Natalie has clarified this very clearly, crystal clear, that out of all her male friends, I am the person she is least sexually attracted to, which is just such a compliment. Hell yeah! I died a little bit inside. Actually, not just a little bit, but it's okay. It's not like I have a crush on Natalie or something. It's just a shame that out of all the people, like even the true neutrals, okay, I'm the least person. I'm the person she's least sexually attractive to. Just goes to show how asexual I am, or more like introverted. That is actually the real word that I'm looking for. I'm not asexual, for God's sakes. But she decided to proceed to say that, oh yeah, I've seen too many dicks and touched too many dicks. Dude, she's like 17. And if you're an American, you're probably like, oh, 17-year-old girls. Yeah, I mean, pounded on 16 dicks, very normal. Motel room to motel room, am I right? Wrong. I'm in Hong Kong. I'm in Asia. And, if you lose your virginity before you're 18, like, good for you. But apparently the entire world inside USA, the entire world has lost their virginity before 18, which I think is fucking stupid. Like, make losing your virginity more expensive, please. Don't lose it just like that. Jesus. People are too sexual. Anyways, I digress once again. And I was like, oh, so you've touched so many dicks. And I immediately my mind loaded, and I was like, 3. Because she had like 5 boyfriends, and she's on her 5th, but one of them is a repeat, so technically 6th. But another one didn't count, so maybe 5 is accurate. And I was like, oh, 3 dicks. Well, you told me about Keith, who's the horniest one. And then maybe Grant, and then maybe Topher. And I wasn't surprised, when you are in a relationship and your girlfriend is so fucking horny, a fucking hand job is really normal. But at the end of the day, it didn't come down to the fact that she fucking jerked them off. Like, it always comes down to me. Like, I always look at things and they turn to mirrors, and I always see the ugly me, the loser me, the useless me somehow. And I really shouldn't be saying this. Oh yeah, my friend jerked 3 guys off and did something else as well. And Keith also apparently wanted a tit job. Like, I mean, okay, first of all, Keith is like on his seventh girlfriend or something, from lolly to lolly, and like the last time his girlfriend was Jennifer. Jennifer has no tits. How do you even do tit job on a girl who doesn't even have an A? Anyways, I'm not body shaming, okay? Okay, Jesus, leave me alone. Um Keith asked for tit job and Natalie declined. Thank God. Otherwise, I would have swallowed bullets through my nostrils. Anyways, um, even douchebags, okay? Stinky ass, laptop, earphones in the middle of maths class, thick lips, looking as Topher, revolutionist, uh, gets his dick fucking yanked and yeeted by, this bipolar masochist. Like, and then there's this other thing, and I will not call it infidelity, but we all know Kingsley. He is the definition of a Chad. Big muscles, super smart, bunch of girlfriends. Bunch. And one time, Natalie and him and a bunch of other people were on the beach, and I wasn't invited, of course. And, they were on this boat in the middle of the fucking sea or something, or this floating, like, plastic platform or something. And then, like, Natalie accidentally messed with his dick, and he got a boner, rock hard, rock solid Saturn V rocket pointing outwards like a magnet, attracting all the hormones of girls. And of course, Natalie is attracted, or more like, Natalie just fucking loves sex. And you can tell that I'm losing my mind here. But so Natalie touched his dick and it turned hard like a SpongeBob in a furnace. And Natalie continued. It's like one of those porn intros. It's like one of those Reddit stories where some guy says, "Oh yeah, uh, when I was 14 years old, this girl accidentally did this thing to me, but didn't stop. Well, now it's happening, and happening to Mr. Chad." And like, and Olivia wasn't there because back then Kingsley was dating Olivia, another girlfriend, but Natalie, another girl, was like messing with his dick, and like, uh and then Topher was there on the platform too, and Topher saw it, and Topher, according to Natalie, Topher also had a boner, out of seeing Natalie almost giving the Chad a foot job through some pants, I guess, which is weak. Topher's penis, fucking weak, man. Um, but yeah, that's basically the moral of the story. And Kingsley's like, what are you, some fucking B grade video game character? Oh, do you wanna take a shower? Do you wanna eat some rice, or do you want me? Like, what are you, some fucking video game character? Jeez. Uh, but yeah. Anyways, afterwards, I'm like, it was like 4:30 a.m. and I got so fucking miserable, and I told Natalie, like, thanks to you, my life is 20 times more miserable now. And you know what? I'm still a virgin, and I'm fine with that. Because a lot of people I know are also virgins. Welcome to Hong Kong. Fuck you. And I have zero girlfriends, which is still fine, I guess, because there are like a few people who hadn't been in a relationship. But the fact that I have a female friend is already fucking just mind blowing, given how socially barriered I was back in the bad old days. And I don't know, man. Maybe Natalie's, dramatizing it. Like, oh yeah, I fucking, yeeted fucking semen into my oral cavity. 3 different tastes, friggin' froyo shop. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But I don't know. Pink said that Natalie always over dramatizes things, and I get that too. Natalie almost led me to believe that Grant hated me when in fact I don't think he does. And I don't think she's a sociopath. Maybe she has some sociopathic tendencies, very obviously. But I don't think she is on the spot sociopath, bipolar, masochist, horny, political murderer. And yeah, I guess that's it. What pains me is that I'll never get to experience, and I know I sound like a fucking prick by saying this, but I never get to experience the 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 dramatic divinity of anything sexual in Hong Kong. There's a difference between watching porn and seeing someone touch you, just touch you, not even like giving you a hand job or anything, like just touching you. There's a difference, because if you watch porn, those porn stars, you don't know them, okay? You don't know them. And those porn stars, they may not have any depth to their personality. You don't know. But in real life, there are people people you see every day, and suddenly, one day, something just happens. And something changed. The colors of the atmosphere, the smell, the scent, the density of the air suddenly shifted. And this person who you have been a little bit, just a slight bit interested in, suddenly started to make eye contact with you, and suddenly gave you a touch. And no matter how small that touch is, that is divinity on tangible display. That is traumatizing beauty, rainbows, thunderbolts flashing before your eyes, your entire life revalidated. And my greatest fear in all this thinking is actually that maybe at the end of the day, when I truly arrive there at the gates of divinity, I will realize that it's not that great. What a plot twist. And not because it isn't a great thing, but it's because I've grown numb already, to a point where I have been lonely and sexless and a virgin for years upon years upon years. And by the time I've arrived, my mind has already gone blank, numb, broken, and I will never have the opportunity to enjoy what humans generally deserve, which is the greatest pain of all. Anyways, 24 minutes already. Oh my gosh, this is a long ass video. I tried to fall asleep yesterday, but couldn't really fall asleep until 5:30 a.m. I almost took sleeping pills to help me sleep, but I didn't at the end. And I woke up today and I was like, why is the sky so dark? And why am I so tired? And I tried to eat food. I didn't even eat breakfast, just lunch, and I couldn't. I wanted to vomit. I wanted to puke. I don't know why. Like any food I'm eating, I just want to puke. I don't know if it's because the food's bad or my mind is truly deteriorating. And I feel like this sadness is slowly returning, which is bad, because when I go into battle, the DSEs, I need to be stoic. I need to be bloodless. I need to be soulless for this battle. And I don't know. I just don't know. But I guess here are my thoughts about the conversation yesterday, my thoughts about being sexless, my thoughts about being emotional and fragile, and my thoughts about being an underdog. So thanks for watching.